Hey, today I'm gonna show you how to create a RAG agent. That's an AI agent that has access to your data and can use it to answer questions. But before I show you how to do it, let me explain to you what a RAG is. A RAG is like giving your AI assistant a cheat sheet with all the answers about your company, and this allows your agent to be trained on your data and your data alone. So it won't manufacture some random facts about your business out of nowhere. And the use cases for that can be, for example, a chatbot that can be integrated on your website, social media, and other custom platforms, personal assistant that has access to data and can retrieve it really fast for you, a customer support agent that, for example, can provide details for a product or finding a similar product, or can answer any questions about the product or service that you give it access to. Those two use cases can be also used for the internal support. For example, let's say you have a new employee and sometimes they might have not understand something, but they're, for example, too shy to ask quote-unquote dumb question, so they can just ask the chatbot and it's gonna give them the answer that they need. So in this way, your business is going to actually run better and with less mistakes. Another use case for this is a sales agent that can be trained on your data and on certain techniques so it can better convert people to actual customers. Okay, in this video, I'm gonna use a combination of NA10, which is a no-code/low-code platform, ChatGPT, Google Drive, Google Docs, and Superbase to create the RAG. Yeah, so as you can see, I already built the whole thing out because I wanted this to be a really smooth tutorial, but I'm gonna build it again from scratch so you can see how everything works, what I do, what you should do to copy it. And I'm also gonna include this whole workflow. Pretty much when you use anything, you can create a new project, a new workflow, click on the three dots, import from file, and then you're gonna have it. You just need to change your credentials and that's gonna be pretty much it, but I'm gonna build it again from scratch so you can see exactly what I do. Okay, so I'm gonna build it from scratch and we're gonna start by adding a question and answer chain. This one we're gonna leave like that for now. Okay, so now we need to add the model. I'm gonna use OpenAI 4.0 mini, and then for the retriever, I'll use Vector Store and then Superbase. You need to add your credentials, but in order to do that, we need to go to Superbase. Then we need to give the project some sort of a name, like a rack, then generate a password and make sure that you have this password because you're gonna need it for later. Creating the project, then okay, as you can see, setting it up. It might take a minute or two. In the meanwhile, we can go to project settings, then API. Okay, so once we're at the API settings, we can copy the URL and then go back. I already have my credential, but I'm just gonna show you how to add them again. Create new credentials, put the host here, then go back, copy the secret, paste it here, and we should be connected. Okay, then you need to choose a table. Right now we don't have a table, that's why we need to create one. You're gonna go to docs from the NA10, they have a huge guide. Then you're gonna navigate the quick start, and then we're just gonna copy this whole code, go back to Superbase, go to the SQL editor, paste the code here and run it. And now we should have table that's called documents. You just connect it. As you can see, we have the table name, which is documents. We connect it, and that's pretty much it. We just need to add an embedding, which I'm gonna use the text embedding 3 small. That's pretty much it. The next thing we need to do is just create a way for the documents to be uploaded to the Superbase and create a way so when something is updated, for example, drive that we're gonna use is gonna get also updated in Superbase. So for that we need a trigger. Okay, so to do that we need the node to be drive, and then we go to trigger and then choose on change evolving a specific folder created. First we're gonna add file created, then we're gonna choose the folder that all our files are. I pretty much created this folder that's called track and it has only one document. The document is pretty much an AI generated price and services for a digital marketing agency. So what this do is when a file is created in this folder, it's gonna pull it and it's gonna send it to the Superbase. That's still the event. And we have one item, which is this file over here. Then we need to add one more trigger, but this time it's going to be on file updated. So pretty much when somebody updates this file, let's say we change the name from digital management marketing to digital horizon marketing, then this trigger is gonna act. After that, what we need is to set the ID of the file. So after that, what we need is to set the file ID. We're gonna go by just typing set and choose the first note. Then we're gonna find the file ID from the Google Drive trigger, which is this one. And we're gonna rename it to file_ID. And we can connect the other one as well. Alright, so the next step is to add a Superbase node because we need to delete a row. And we do that because otherwise we're gonna have duplicating values, and that's not good because it's going to confuse the agent. We're gonna leave everything as it is, except we're gonna choose the right name, which is documents. Then we're gonna use a string, and we're gonna use this as a string, and we're gonna put it to expression. Then we need to add another node from Drive, which is download file, and we're gonna map it by using the ID from node number 2. Also, we need to change the settings to execute only once, and we'll need to add the Google file conversion. We're gonna add all those conversions. The only change we need to do is from Google Docs to text. Now let's test it. Okay, we got the file here. Now we need a way to extract the data from this file and to put it to text. So we're gonna use another node, which is called extract from file. We're gonna use extract from text file, and we're gonna leave everything as it is. Let's test it. Seems right. So now we need to add a Superbase vector store, and we're gonna use add a document to vector store. We're gonna use the right table name. We're gonna add the core name. It goes automatically, so you don't need to change anything. Then we need to add the embedding, which is OpenAI. We're gonna use the small model for this one. Then we need to add a document. We're gonna use the default data loader. So before we configure the default data loader, we need to add a text splitter. We can just use the recursive character text splitter, and we can leave everything as it is. Then we need to go back to the data loader. We need to use a specific data mode, so we're gonna map the data here. Needs to be an expression. Okay, so this one works so far, and then we need to also add the metadata, and for that we're gonna name the metadata as file_ID, and we're gonna map it using this one. Okay, so we're done. Let's go to a document. I've done some tests before, but I delete all the data, so as you can see there is nothing here. And now I'm just gonna insert some data in the database. For that I'm just gonna go to the drive trigger, pin the data from here. Actually stop this node because it's gonna otherwise not gonna work, and test the workflow. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back here, check if there's anything. Alright, so as you can see we got some values here. Let's test the agent. We can ask it what is the name of the company. And the name of the company is actually Digital Marketing Group. Let's go back and ask something else. Let's say, what services do you have? Search engine optimization, so social media. Okay, what does the technical SEO include? Alright, so far so good. Let's test the update trigger. So we're gonna unpin the initial trigger. Let's change maybe the name to Digital Media Group. Okay, actually had to do a couple of times because I forgot to turn this on, and there were extra rows added without deleting the old ones, so I had to troubleshoot it for a couple of minutes, but now it works. You just update it, as you can see, Now the name is Digital Media Group in Superbase, and if we go here and ask again what is the name of the company, we should get a new one, which is Digital Media Group. If you have any questions, comments, you can put them below. If you want to work with me, I'm gonna include also a link, and I'll also include all the necessary information to actually copy that and use it in your business.